What's going on, guys? Today I'm doing Clash Royale video ranking my top 15 favorite cards in the game. Let's hop right into number 15. Number 15, my 15th favorite card in the game, is the Skeleton Barrel. I think it's a really unique card and adds a lot to this game and has a really unique mechanic and is just really fun to use and one of my favorite cards. Has good damage and good hit points, so it's viable in this meta and it's really fun to use. In number 14, I have the Firecracker. I feel like she's also a really fun card to use and a really unique mechanic, which can be used skillfully and also just for having fun. She's good hit points, good damage, makes her viable in the meta, and she's just overall a really fun card to use and my 14th favorite card in the game. My 13th favorite card in the game is the Princess. I feel like she's a really fun card to use and works really well against Splash. I think she's a powerful card and is only used in a few decks, but is a really fun card to use and takes some skill, but as I said in the Firecracker, it's also really easy to mess around with. It doesn't have the best health, but it does quite a lot of damage from behind the tower, and it's just really powerful. And who doesn't like a princess? In number 12, I have the, drumroll please, Fisherman. I feel like he's a really interesting and fun card to use and adds a lot to this game and is just a unique card that takes skill to learn, but is also really fun just to mess around with your friends in a 1v1 with. Has good damage and good HP. As you saw in the notification above, someone follow my Instagram. Go follow it. PlexiPlaysCR. Search that up on Instagram, you'll find me. In number 11, I have the Inferno Dragon. I feel like the Inferno Dragon's a fun card to use and is really easy to mess up with, but when you play right, it feels really good just to destroy that troop that you're trying to defend. And it's such a cute card. Little baby's mouth. Baby. In number 10, I have the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I think the Mini P.E.K.K.A is a really fun card to use. It's really powerful. Packs quite a big punch. And is used in a lot of decks. And is really fun just to one-shot your friend's Valkyrie or cards like that. Has good damage and quite high HP. And is really fun card to use. In number 9, I have the Magic Archer. I feel like he's a really fun card to use, and with his range back, it's really satisfying just taking out a tower from behind the river without having to actually go onto the side of the river. He packs quite a punch and does quite a lot of damage and is a really viable card in the current meta, and I think he's really interesting and fun card to use. In number 8, I have the Bowler. I feel like he's a really interesting card and a really super unique mechanic, pushing back cards, and I think it's really fun just to push back someone's entire push and see them give out the angry face emoji. I think it's pretty funny. And who doesn't like a huge dude throwing boulders at other people? In number 7, I have the Prince. I feel like the Prince is not the most fun card, but when he lands his run on the tower, it's really satisfying and packs a big punch, and you feel quite excited because it takes a lot of damage off the tower if he charges. In number 6, I have the Freeze. I feel like the Freeze is a really fun card to use, and it's just so satisfying stopping your opponent's defense or even offense and just completely countering it or taking the tower. It's a really unique card, and I like how it does damage to the crown tower now. I think that's quite a unique and fun idea. and I think it's just an overall a really good card and super unique, and it's one of my favorites. In number 5, I have the Skarmy. I feel like the Skarmy is a really fun card to use. Doesn't take that much skill, and it's really satisfying just stopping a giant right as it crosses the bridge. It's my 5th favorite card because it's really just satisfying to use, and even though it's not the most skillful card, it's just so easy to plop down a skeleton army, and if the opponent doesn't have a counter, it easily counters it. In number 4, I have the Log. I feel like the Log is a really unique card, and it's just one of my favorite spells to use. Does quite a bit of damage, can be used quite skillfully, and is my 4th favorite card. In number 3, I have the Valkyrie, which is in my favorite deck, the Log Bait with Valkyrie instead of Knight, and it just does such a good job being a mini tank and also countering lots of the opponent's cards, and one of my favorite cards, my 3rd favorite, and I think it's a really unique and interesting card. It has a unique mechanic and can be used in various archetypes, and yeah, it's a really interesting card, and it's used in my favorite deck. In number 2, I have the Royal Delivery. It's so satisfying timing it correctly and just countering their entire push. I do feel, though, that he's a bit overpowered right now, as he can take out lots of things with just one splash, and I think it's just so fun to use, and a really interesting mechanic, having something drop out of the air, and then use it to counter push. It's also in my favorite deck, the Goblin Barrel with Valkyrie instead of Knight, and Royal Delivery instead of Log, as it can counter air, and also is used as a mini tank. And in number 1, it's the Goblin Barrel. How can it not be? My favorite deck's Log Bait, so number 1's got to be Goblin Barrel. I love Goblin Barrel. It does a lot of damage, is really fun to use, and just such an interesting card that you can just throw it on a tower or wherever you want, even on defense, and it's such a fun card to use and to master. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye!